Hello everyone, hope you all are doing very fine. Myself Amit Kumar Mane, founder Global Pharma Academy. Today we are going to discuss the important difference between pharmacovigilance and clinical data management. Both are the one of the important fields in the clinical research, but the operations are different, even the workflow is different, and even whatever the knowledge is needed, that is also somewhere different. Okay, so if you wish to work on clinical data management or pharmacovigilance, you are still confused, then this video will definitely help you. So let's get started. In this video, I'm going to tell you the definition, then workflow, job responsibilities, salary, scope, okay, skills and knowledge required, then that impact of artificial intelligence and some basic points. Okay, so let's get started. This video will definitely help you to bring more insights about pharmacovigilance and clinical data management. So first of all, I will tell you the definition. So the definition of the pharmacovigilance is it is the science of collection, assessment, detection and understanding of adverse drug effect. So basically if the drug has any adverse effect, then it should be recalled. On the basis of that, there is a research going on, and then after the final research, then the final decision will be made, like whether the drug has any effect by themselves or any other factors involved. So pharmacovigilance works on the product safety. Okay, so this is all about the pharmacovigilance. Then we move to the clinical data management. So clinical data management is the department after clinical trial. So once the clinical trials are done, then the collection of that clinical trial, okay, then integration of this clinical trial into the databases, and then validation of this database is the major work of the clinical data management. Now we are discussing about the job, role and responsibilities. So for the pharmacovigilance, the responsibility is all about to maintain the safety of the products. Okay, so there are different responsibilities such as monitoring and documenting adverse effect and product complaint, then collaborating with the cross-functional team to ensure compliance with safety regulations, then preparing and submitting safety reports to the health authority, then contributing to the development of the pharmacovigilance processes and procedures, then staying up to date with the evolving pharmacovigilance guidelines and the best practices. Now we talk about the role of the clinical data management. So basically, as its name indicates, clinical data management. So database management is the basic work. Okay, how the data is collected. Okay, then it should be integrated to the different softwares like Oracle Clinical, Medidata Rev, okay, and whatever the softwares involved. Okay, we have to integrate all the data there, and there are different phases also involved. Okay, like startup, conduct and close out. We have to work accordingly. Okay, so basically the responsibility includes overseeing the collection, validation and processing of the clinical trial data, then developing and implementing data management procedure for clinical trial, then supporting and facilitating the review of the medical coding for validity and completeness, then ensure compliance with applicable regulations, protocols and standard operating procedures in India, then maintain the highest data quality standard throughout the data life cycle from data collection to database log, then stay updated on industry best practices, technological advancement and regulatory requirements related to the clinical data management. So now we are talking about the workflow. So see, in the pharmacovigilance, the case is received to you, then you have to work on the case. You have to check what the exactly information is here and what we have to do. You have to check the guidelines also, especially ICH safety guidelines you need to check, and accordingly you have to make the data. So it includes receive case, then duplicate check, then logging the case, then perform triage to assess the case, then data entry in databases, then medical review, then validation and close case and generate the report. So in pharmacovigilance, there are different departments such as individual case safety report, then aggregate reporting, then signal detection, risk management plan and pharmacovigilance quality assurance. Okay, so accordingly you can work here. So there are different departments and the people involved is also different. Okay, so basically the people from the medical science background work on the medical review. From the pharma background, they work on the individual case safety report. Now we'll move to the clinical data management. So in the clinical data management, basically first they need to review the protocol. Okay, and after reviewing, the collecting and integration and validation. but it takes lots of inside different tasks is also there. So what it include, that the workflow of the clinical data management will be database design, then CRF creation and medical coding, then data management plan, that is creation, then quality assurance and user acceptance, then data collection, then data validation, cleaning, database log, statistical analysis, reporting, archiving and closeout activity. So this is all about the workflow. Now we'll talk about the skills and knowledge required. So basically, if you are strong in the pharmacology, then you can work in both fields. But again, if you need to have a knowledge about the ICH guidelines, and both where ICH safety guidelines are important. Okay, but in the clinical data management, you need to have a information about the GCP, good clinical practices. Now we'll move to the next. It is which company providing job opportunity. But for the both field, all healthcare IT companies like TCS, Cognizant, Accenture, Kynapse, Wipro providing opportunity. Then CRO, contract research organizations such as Fidelity, Thermo Fisher, Lambda, then Paraxel, IQVI, Fortria, all provide the opportunity here in pharmacovigilance and clinical data management. At the same time, if we consider the packages, so pharmacovigilance has somewhere higher package like 2.4 to 3.6 LPA at the entry level. But as a clinical data management, it should be 2.4 to 2.8 LPA. Okay, and even if you consider the opportunities, so opportunity are more for the pharmacovigilance as there are bulk hiring according to the project requirements. Some walk-ins are also there, but in clinical data management, the positions are lower. Okay, but yes, there are the scope is also there. So if you consider the scope and future, so pharmacovigilance has entry is somewhere it is easy compared to the clinical data management. Even the package you will get higher, but after some period of the time there is stuck, saturation might be there. Okay, but in clinical data management you can work effectively. Okay, so as long as you go on, your salary will be more and also growth is there. Many people switch from the pharmacovigilance to the clinical data management, but clinical data management is very good field, so many means no people can able to switch after clinical data management because it's a good scope and there is no layoff culture is there in data management. But in pharmacovigilance might be there is layoff issues may be there. So now we'll talk about the different learning. Okay, so if you want to learn more about pharmacovigilance, what are the options? First, you can do postgraduate diploma also and then certification course also. Even masters in pharmacology will help. Okay, for both. Okay, so I recommend that you can do certification course if you are B Pharm or M Pharm or even medical science students. Okay, then you can do certification course is the best option for pharmacovigilance and clinical data management. Okay, but do the certification course from the institute which provide the placement assistance as well. Okay, so if you want to know more, you can visit our website also for call to this number or fill the Google form given in the description to know more about our courses. Okay, so that's it all about this video. I hope you completely understood about the difference between pharmacovigilance and clinical data management. So I recommend as a fresher, you need to have decide which is the best career. Both are good career. Okay, both are desk job. Okay, and even work from home opportunities are also available after some couple of the years of the experience. Long term opportunities also there. Okay, so you can choose wisely. If you still have any query, so just ask us in our comment box. Thank you for watching this video. I wish you all the best.